Alright, last one. Anytime you have to use a calculator to solve trig equations, you essentially want to figure where what the actual decimal value is if we would draw the unit circle. Okay, so if we would actually draw the unit circle, then we would have, that's not a very good circle, but we would have 0, we'd have about 3.14, and then about 1.57, and then 3 pi over 2, which is about 4.71. Okay, so we need to know what those values are, and then we can kind of have an idea of what our angle measurement is. So correct up to 4 decimal places. Then all I'm going to do is just basically take, because I need to know if it's positive 1 and where it's positive. So we kind of have to go back in terms of quadrant 1, where everything is cosine, tangent, sine. So then all I'm going to do is just basically take this value, and I'm going to type in my calculator. I'm going to type in inverse tangent, and I'm going to type in 12.8044. And whenever I do, okay, I'm going to take those two values and I'm going to get where I'm at and go accordingly. So whenever I do that, if I go switch over to my calculator and have, then I have inverse tangent of 12.8044. Hit enter, and I get 80. Oh, I need to make sure I am in radians first. That's my fault. So I'm in radians. Now let's try this again. So inverse tangent of 12.8044. Close it off. So my first value, that's going to be in quadrant 1, is going to be the 1.49282. Now from there, it's positive in 1 and 3. So to get down into quadrant 3, essentially like we had our unit circle here, if I need to get into quadrant 1, which I did, and quadrant 3, then I'm going to take that 3.14 and I'm going to add this value that I got right here and go from there. So I will take I'm just going to take this number and add pi. 4.634544, whatever you want to call it. I would just add pi. I wouldn't worry about adding 3.14. Just add pi. If you're supposed to be in, if it's cosine and you need to be, or sine, excuse me, and you need to be in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. So then just take whatever your answer is, and just all you have to do is just add, at some point add pi divided by 2 and go from there. It's going to give you the 1.5707, so on and so forth. You just have to know when is sine positive, when is cosine positive, when is sine negative, when is tangent negative, things like that. Really, this is the easiest part because you're just typing in the calculator and then knowing, do I add 1.57 so on, or pi over 2, do I add pi, do I add 3 pi over 4? And that is your last example.